Your mind is either getting stronger or weaker every single day, and the first 30 minutes after you wake up determine which direction it goes. Most people start their morning by checking their phone, consuming other people's problems through news and social media, and reacting to whatever crisis or drama has emerged overnight. But mentally strong people do something completely different with those crucial first minutes. And today, I am going to show you exactly what that is. These 8 morning practices are based on ancient Stoic principles that have been validated by modern psychology and neuroscience. They do not require special equipment, expensive subscriptions, or perfect conditions. They just require the discipline to invest in your mental strength instead of letting it deteriorate by default. Stay until the end because I will give you a specific sequence for implementing all 8 practices in just 25 minutes that will transform your entire day, and over time, your entire life. Morning practice 1 is wake up without immediately checking your phone. This sounds simple, but it is revolutionary because it means you start your day by being present with your own thoughts rather than consuming other people's thoughts. The moment you look at your phone, you hand control of your attention to external forces. You begin reacting instead of creating, consuming instead of producing, following instead of leading. Marcus Aurelius started each day with his own thoughts and reflections, not with reports from around the empire. He understood that mental strength requires beginning from your own center rather than from external circumstances. Keep your phone out of your bedroom or at least across the room, so you have to make a conscious choice to reach for it. Use a regular alarm clock instead of your phone alarm. This practice creates space for your own mind to wake up before being influenced by outside information. Morning practice 2 is spend 5 minutes in deliberate reflection about the day ahead. This is not passive meditation. This is active mental preparation for the challenges and opportunities you are likely to encounter. Ask yourself 3 specific questions every morning. What kind of person do I want to be today? What challenges might arise, and how will I handle them with wisdom and virtue? What opportunities do I have today to practice patience, courage, kindness, or other values I want to develop? This mental rehearsal prepares your mind to respond thoughtfully rather than reactively when difficult situations arise. Athletes visualize successful performance before competitions. Mentally strong people visualize wise responses before daily challenges. Morning practice 3 is practice gratitude for things you normally take for granted. Most gratitude exercises focus on obvious blessings like health, relationships, and opportunities. But mental strength comes from appreciating things you usually overlook. The ability to read these words, the fact that you have access to clean water, the reality that you live in a time with incredible medical knowledge, the simple fact that you woke up alive today when many people did not. Seneca regularly reminded himself that everything in life is on loan from fortune and could be taken away at any time. This awareness increased his appreciation for ordinary experiences and reduced his attachment to specific outcomes. Spend 2 minutes each morning identifying 3 things you normally take for granted and consciously appreciating them. This rewires your brain to notice abundance rather than scarcity. Morning practice 4 is set 3 specific intentions for how you want to respond to difficulties. Mental weakness comes from being surprised and overwhelmed by problems. Mental strength comes from expecting challenges and having predetermined responses. Identify 3 ways you might face resistance, frustration, or setbacks today. Traffic delays, difficult people, unexpected changes, technical problems, physical discomfort, emotional triggers. For each potential challenge, decide in advance how you want to respond in a way that builds your character rather than damages it. If someone is rude to me today, I will remain calm and respond with patience rather than react with anger. If something does not go according to plan, I will adapt flexibly rather than waste energy complaining about what I cannot change. If I feel overwhelmed, I will focus on what I can control right now rather than worry about everything I cannot control. This preparation transforms problems from threats to opportunities for practicing virtue. Morning practice 5 is review your core values and how you want to express them today. Mental strength requires living according to principles rather than impulses. But values are useless unless they are actively applied to daily decisions and actions. Identify your 3 most important values. These might include integrity, compassion, courage, excellence, service, or growth. For each value, identify one specific way you can express it in today's activities. If you value integrity, commit to being honest in a situation where you might be tempted to exaggerate or hide information. If you value compassion, look for opportunities to be kind to people who are struggling or stressed. If you value excellence, choose to do your best work even on tasks that no one will notice. This practice ensures that your actions align with your beliefs rather than just your immediate desires. Morning practice 6 is do something physically uncomfortable for 2 minutes. Mental and physical toughness are connected. When you prove to yourself that you can handle physical discomfort, you build confidence in your ability to handle emotional and psychological challenges. Take a cold shower, do push-ups until failure, hold a plank position until it becomes difficult, or any other brief physical challenge. The specific activity matters less than the practice of choosing discomfort when comfort is available. This builds what psychologists call distress tolerance, which is your ability to function effectively when facing unpleasant sensations or emotions. Every time you choose the harder option when an easier one is available, you strengthen your mental resilience. Morning practice 7 is eliminate one source of mental weakness from your day. Mental strength is not just about adding good habits. It is also about removing habits that make you weaker. Identify one thing you regularly do that drains your mental energy unnecessarily. This might be checking social media compulsively, engaging in gossip, consuming negative news, making excuses for poor performance, or avoiding tasks you know you should complete. Each morning, commit to eliminating that weakness for just today. Do not worry about changing forever. Just focus on being stronger today than you were yesterday. Over time, these daily choices compound into significant improvements in your mental resilience and effectiveness. Morning practice 8 is affirm your identity as someone who can handle whatever comes. Mental strength requires seeing yourself as someone who can face challenges successfully rather than as someone who hopes to avoid challenges. Speak aloud a simple affirmation that reinforces your capability. I can handle whatever today brings with wisdom and strength. I am becoming more resilient and capable every day. I choose my responses to circumstances based on my values rather than my immediate emotions. The words you speak to yourself shape your self-concept, and your self-concept determines your actions. When you consistently affirm your strength and capability, you begin to act like someone who possesses those qualities. Here is how to implement all 8 practices in 25 minutes. Minutes 1 through 5, wake up without checking phone and do deliberate reflection about the day. Minutes 6 through 8, practice gratitude for overlooked blessings. Minutes 9 through 12, set intentions for handling 3 potential challenges. Minutes 13 through 16, review core values and plan specific expression. Minutes 17 through 19, complete 2 minutes of physical discomfort. Minutes 20 through 22, eliminate one source of mental weakness. Minutes 23 through 25, affirm your identity as mentally strong. This sequence can be modified based on your schedule, but the key is consistency. 25 minutes invested in mental strength every morning will transform your entire day. Over weeks and months, this practice will transform your entire life. You will find yourself responding to stress with calm, handling criticism with confidence, facing uncertainty with courage, and approaching challenges with excitement rather than anxiety. Mental strength is not a personality trait you either have or do not have. It is a skill you build through daily practice, and morning is when that building happens most effectively. Your mind is fresh, your willpower is strongest, and you can set the tone for everything that follows. If you are ready to build unshakable mental strength, tell me in the comments which of these 8 practices you are most excited to implement. And if you want more science-backed strategies for developing resilience and wisdom, subscribe and turn on notifications. Your mental strength is the foundation of everything else you want to achieve, and it starts with how you choose to begin each day.